All right, hey guys, my name's Dennis Bueso, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some exercises that I did that really helped me with my displaced radial head fracture. I broke my elbow, shattered the radial head. I now have a plate and some screws in place of it. And the mobilization for a radial head fracture is pretty early. I know ideally within the first couple of weeks. I started moving within the first 2 to 3 weeks. And one of the first things that I got from physical therapy is that, like let's say you have your arm locked at 90 degrees. The goal is to be for, every week or so, you're going to want to go 10 degrees more. So like, let's say we're at 90 degrees right now. Next week, we want to be at 80 degrees. And then the week after that, 70, and then 60, and then so forth and so on until eventually we get to 0, ideally. So yeah, today I'll be talking to you about how I was able to go to 0. Because, quick little story, when I will never forget, I was told that I would get to maybe like right there. And I was like, no. I was like, not for me. I want full mobilization. And so I knew that it was going to be hard. And it indeed was hard. It's going to hurt. No pain, no gain, as they say. You're going to want to go to physical therapy. And that's going to be around 2 to 3 times a week. I think I went twice a week. And really, you shouldn't rely on the physical therapy sessions to get you fully mobilized. You should really do exercises at home and do stretches at home, which will help you make some progress because 2 times a week will not be enough. Something else I want to emphasize is that you're basically going to be doing these exercises for the rest of your life. One of the reasons you need to mobilize the arm soon after surgery or soon after it broke is because if you leave it there, it's going to get stiff and it'll be even harder and it'll hurt even more to try to get it to extend. So it's the same concept with, where you are today and moving forward with your life. You need to keep the arm moving, keep it stretching, exercising, because you can't let it get too weak or get too stiff, because that could pose problems for you later down the road. So just, keep it in mind that you're going to have to stretch this arm, do exercises and workouts, basically for the rest of your life if you want to have a full working elbow. Another little tip is massage the muscles before exercising or before physical therapy and during. You'll see when you go to physical therapy that your physical therapist is going to massage the arm. So they're going to massage the end of the bicep here. They're going to massage that, and they're going to massage the forearm muscles right here. And the reason being is because, again, these muscles are stiff. Your arm is stiff. So when you stretch it, the bicep does not want to stretch. It wants to stay right here. So you're going to massage it to relax it, which will let you stretch it. And then same concept with the forearm muscles. They don't want to stretch either. They've been comfortable staying in place for a few weeks. So you have to massage the muscles to get them to stretch again. I definitely recommend starting your day with stretching, especially at the beginning. Like when you wake up in the morning, that's when it's going to be the stiffest. You were just asleep, you weren't moving, it's been several hours. So when you wake up in the morning, do some of the exercises I'll be showing you guys. All right, so first things first are those general exercises. These are just foundational things that you should be doing in order to get that full mobility, that extension and everything back. So the first one is band stretches. So utilization of bands. This can be done in a few ways. One of the best investments, I think, for people with this type of injury is to invest in a good band set. They're not too expensive on Amazon. I believe I found one for like in the 30s. I don't even think I paid like in the 40s range for it. But one way to go about this band thing is to help you with your strength and your extension strength. So like you just kind of stretch it out, and like this does put tension on the arm to really stretch, and it tests like the strength of it and everything too. So doing that. If you don't have these kind of bands, but you have these kind of bands, then these also can be pretty handy. So you're going to grab it and just like, obviously with the arm that needs to be worked out, you're going to stretch it and just do that. Maybe like switch up the angle, who knows, have some fun with it. The next exercise is going to be grip strength. Grip strength was probably, and probably still is, my weakest spot. And it's because I underestimated how serious grip strength is. And it's pretty serious. So, you're going to grab a stress ball or a grip strength trainer. And you're going to just like squeeze, like practice testing your grip. And I want to emphasize this concept is called time under tension, TUT, TUT. Time under tension basically just talks about how, like when you're doing these exercises, you don't just want to like grip and let go, right? You want to grip it, really hold it, really get that tension going, and then let go. And then just make sure you work out the muscles. All right, so now we're going to talk about push-ups and planks and shoulder taps and all that stuff. So first is really just like the plank. All right, so a good goal to aim for is to be able to support your weight. So when I say support your weight, I mean, can you go from, like here and at least like support half of your body? And if you can, then that's good. If you cannot, then keep trying. But ultimately, you want to be able to hold a push-up position, essentially. So just, hold yourself up in a push-up position. And this just strengthens the muscles for the extension. It just makes them get used to, because it's one thing to extend it. That's one thing. And then to keep it there is another task. You're going to have to build up the muscle to do that as well. That's one. And then the next exercise is going to be push-ups themselves. So, like going down and up and down and up and down and up, etc. You get it? And that's going to, really further work out those extension muscles, and like your tricep and stuff. And this next one is my personal favorite because it was really hard. They're shoulder taps. So what you're going to do is, precisely as the name implies, tap your shoulder. You're just gonna do that. And so like, for example, this is my bad arm. This is the arm that was broken. When I first started doing this in physical therapy, I remember I would tap it, like my shoulder with my good arm holding me, and I'm like, fine. And then the second I would lift this arm up, it's like, oh my God. Like it's, you gotta, like it's gonna be hard. So you got to, if you can tap this one okay, and then you have to do that one like very quickly, like that's better than not doing it. So that's another prop. All right, and then this next exercise is called the farmer's walk. I personally like the farmer's walk a lot. I think it works out your extension strength, your grip strength. It's a nice combination of all the other exercises I've kind of talked about. So essentially what a farmer's walk is you grab a weight. This is literally 10 pounds. If you can get your hands on something heavier, it doesn't even have to be like a dumbbell, just something you can grab and hold, and that's around 50 or so pounds. Although actually, it depends, I guess, on the person. But anyways, so you grab it, it pulls your arm straight, and then it tests your grip strength because you have to hold it. So you're already doing two things. And then you're going to literally just walk. You know, you take a few, like you just walk. Ideally, you would have more distance than just the living room. But like, for example, let's say like take 20 steps in one direction, turn around, 20 steps back, drop the weight, take a rest, pick it up, do it again another 3 or 4 times. And that's the farmer's walk. When you walk, it does make it harder. So that's another good exercise. All right, so now we're going to get into the extension exercises, which is fairly simple. You just have to literally extend it. So like with the extension exercise, your goal is to go from whatever position to extension, you know, full if you can, or go as far as you can. What you're gonna wanna do, and what your physical therapist is probably gonna do, so you'll notice, is massage the end of the bicep to relax it, right? And he would do it like a particular method. He even had like an instrument to massage it with, which is pretty cool. And then, you know, same thing with the forearm muscles there. So you want to massage this general area where the bicep ends and connects to the bone. So the general area down there, the bottom, the end of it, just want to emphasize that. And then that part of your forearm, like these muscles right there. Massage them with your knuckles, works pretty well. Just, you know, you can try to show, you can like dig in there, decent. Put some lotion or something, because as you can see, I'm already getting red. But that's gonna help you to extend it, right? Is to massage that bicep as you go. If you need to massage the forearm, you know, and just extend it. It will help relax it. And another great tool is to utilize weight. So this is a 10-pound dumbbell. You do not need to use this much. This is just for demonstration purposes. Whatever you need to help you pull your arm down, right? That's the goal here, is to pull your arm down, because like sometimes you doing it won't be enough. You need something to help you. So the weight will help you. So you know, like you just go as far as you can, and you hold that. And if you can, bring the weight back up. That also is another exercise that's really good. However, if you're not strong enough, then just grab it, free up the hand, you're good. Another extension exercise is going to be the push-ups, like I showed in the general exercises in the beginning. So do push-ups, that extension thing I just showed you. All right, so something else I recommend as an investment is some sort of pull-up bar. What I have here is a pull-up bar essentially, and it'll be helpful for many things, one of which will be pull-ups themselves, and that builds strength, but also to just hang, to just help extend your arm, right? So you grab onto the pull-up bar, and then you just let your body hang, and that, you know, extends the arm, and it puts tension on it. So or you can just, you know, like use it to like stretch the arm out, just hang from it. It's another thing you can do. All right, so now for flexion exercises to flex the arm, you know, to close it. A good exercise is to try to touch your shoulder. So you may, you know, have difficulty touching your shoulder at first. Maybe you can get to like right there. So, just like try to like touch it, or if you need to like push your arm. But in general, the goal is for you to touch your shoulder without any help. So to just do it by yourself, your arm can do it. Once you can touch it with your thumb, you can, like try to like touch it with like some more of your hand, or, like go in the back. Do whatever you need to, or like, maybe you want to like try to touch like the back of your neck or something instead. And honestly, I think that may be it for Flexion exercises. Aside from doing things like bicep curls and like chin ups, other exercises that work out the bicep, a good or like a fun thing to do is to grab the good arm and then see like what that one can do, like where it can touch, whatever, and then like see if you can do the same thing with the other arm. And if you can't, then you have something to try to do. So that's the Flexion exercises. All right, so another area it's going to be very difficult is going to be the pronation, which is this, the palm facing down, pronation, supination, palm facing up. And okay, so like me, for example, both of my arms are equal with pronation, but with supination, as you can see, this arm, the bad arm, it isn't exactly like as straight or as perfect. But in general, a good exercise for this is going to grab something that has a heavy end. So something like a hammer, for example, that is pretty consistent in weight until it gets to one side, and one side is heavier than the other side. So a hammer is great for this because what you're going to do is use the weight to help you pronate and supinate. So kind of like with the extension, when you use the weight to help you extend, you're going to use the weight to help you pronate and supinate, pronate and supinate, pronate and supinate. For me, supination was the hardest. I anticipate for a lot of you guys watching this, that supination will be the hardest. So a way to kind of help with that too, going back to that time under tension aspect, like it's not just enough to just do that and like, okay, I did it. No, you have to hold it. You have to train the muscles to do it and to stay there. So like, you can just hold it. If this is too hard for you, put it on a chair, put it on a table, put it on something, a pillow, hold it, just hold it there. And again, like this will pull it down. So like your body's gonna want to pull it back up, but because of the weight, it can't really do that. Something it may do, however, is like your grip might loosen. So if you notice your like grip is loosening, just tighten it again, and always just keep an eye out on that grip, because your hand will get sneaky. It will try to let go again, but you got to be like, no, let's try again. Like, just hold it there. This is something I actually did when I would do things like watch movies or watch TV. I would just, put my arm on a pillow and then just hold it there in the supination or in the supine position. So, like this doesn't have to be active. It can be passive exercises. You can do this while you're watching TV, while you're, doing that sort of stuff.